with Star Wars coming back. What do you think about the chances we'll have of you making a comeback?
Boba Fett. Do you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure he'll appear at some stage in either his own film or future films. I don't know. It would be nice to see him back for Episode VII, but what they're going to do, no one knows. But I mean, the part I had of Boba Fett was such fun. And when I look back on it, I just thought, every day I thought, that was, when I think about it, that was sheer fun. I was like a kid. And whoever they get, it's very interesting. They have all these auditions going on. That's, I think, quite exciting. People say, oh, it's unfair, I'm an actor and they should choose me. Not if they're 45. No, this is for a young 18, 19-year-old couple who are good looking, you know, and they're athletic. This is going to be very exciting.
Yes, because you open auditions, aren't they, across the country and also in America as well?
Yes, I know. I've no chance. I can't get there. If I'd gone to the West Country, maybe I got a little part, and then if I went to America, they'd probably say, thank you, Jeremy, would you like to turn back and go away? It's a strange way of doing it in a way, you know, just being auditioned off chance. You never know. I think everybody should actually go and say, I was there. I didn't get the part, but I was there.
Yeah, definitely. It's a moment in time, isn't it, that I think a lot of people remember. You mentioned before about, you know, Boba Fett coming back. What would you like to see happen from him if he did come back?
If he did come back, I'd like to see more. I don't think we saw enough. But Boba Fett is very much, he'll stare at you and make people feel uncomfortable, but he's drifting around. And he's aware of, I feel he's aware of something going on. He's got to be very careful because they're after his scalp. I'd love to see much more of, and more to say. I know people say, but Boba Fett just says very little, and that's enough. Yeah, in a way, yes, I think that's right, but I'd like to see him do a lot more.
If you could come back into the new Star Wars universe, what would you like to come back as?
Back as, maybe, why don't I, yes, I could be Boba Fett's brother, who's a bit off. He upsets the whole apple cart. You never know. But the lovely thing is, people said, well, you won't be able to come back, Mr. Bulloch, because you'll be older. I said, but if I'm wearing a helmet, no one knows how old I am. So there's all sorts of ways of getting back in the film.
I mean, other characters in that world, who would you like to see back? Who are your favourites who you would say, oh, yeah, I'd love to see them in episodes 7, 8 and 9?
Darth Maul, I'd like to see. I think he's a great character. And the usual lot, but then I'm sure there's going to be one or two very interesting characters up the sleeve, and they'll finally, because people will find out before the director. They'll say, hey, Mr. JJ, I've seen a figure of, you know, the new character. There'll be different characters, but I think they must keep one or two that just keep the story. I don't mean R2-D2, C-3PO, other characters. So there's a lot to see.
I mean, of course, we've had rumours of, you know, is Harrison Ford returning, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, maybe Dee Williams as well. What do you think about people like that returning to the franchise?
I think if it follows the storyline, and people will say, oh yes, look, Billy, yes, and he was. So at the beginning, when people see these films and see the characters, they're going to start going, oh, this is I remember when. So I hope there's not too much chatter in the cinema when people go and see the film, because they'll be saying, shh, quiet, we know, just shush. I think it's ready, and I think JJ Abrams is a good director. He did a great job with Star Trek. Now, well, it's got to be good. I think now we've got to go for it and just see what happens. No, it's very exciting. I mean, there's a lot going on, and people say, well, this is happening. It's not. Suddenly there'll be another rumour floating around, and that keeps it all balanced. It's keeping people going, they're going to do it. So, well, there's even a chance for you.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll definitely be in there.
Female lead, I think there's a great chance.
Well, thank you very much. Obviously, you know, let's have a word with JJ about that.
Yeah, I'll have a word with JJ.
get on the hotline to him afterwards. You mentioned Star Trek there. Of course, he did a fantastic job with that. And one of the rumours of the many that's going around is that Benedict Cumberbatch, who was the baddie Khan in the last Star Trek Into Darkness, may be going into the Star Wars world. What do you think of that?
Well, again, I have to say, fantastic. He's a wonderful actor. I loved Warhorse recently. He's right for so many different parts, you know, and he's a very talented actor. I'd like to see him somewhere in there, if I can go with him.
I like your thinking. And I don't know if you've heard that other names been mentioned are Chiwetel Ejiofor, who's the lead in 12 Years a Slave, a new film by Steve McQueen, which was at Toronto and the London Film Festival this year. And he was seen recently in the offices of Bad Robot, which is JJ Abrams' company. And so rumours have started, is he going to be in Star Wars? Do you think that he might be a good addition?
I think he would, yes. I mean, they're clever enough actors who will make it their own. And I think, again, people, I mean, some fans will say, oh, no, that's wrong, it should be this person. Not really, it shouldn't. It's whoever they choose is going to be right. And they'll still test people who are good actors, who have been doing it for a long time, and just to see how they are chatting on screen. So we'll wait and see.
It's been absolutely lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for your time, Jeremy.
It's a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Now let's go on the phone to JJ.
Just a minute. I have a special... Excuse me. Yes, JJ? I know it's late. Well, probably late where you are, or is it early? OK, I'll accept the very poor money that you're paying me just for a cameo. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. That was JJ.